If you're an Aries, born March 21st to April 19th, what can you expect for the month of November 2018? Let's tune in and find out. So Aries, I feel like there's relief. I feel like relief comes in this month, and it feels like it's around maybe a hunch you had or a situation that was maybe uncomfortable and you were right about it. And but it's this clarity around your own truth and this excitement about what you're going to do and how you're going to move forward. So I just feel this. One, I feel vindicated. I feel like, yeah, I was right. And then two, I also feel like now I'm free and now I can move forward in a way that suits me. So I really feel like there's relief, and I feel like you're letting it almost reminds me of like a cement block, and you've been underwater, shackled to the cement block, and you get out from underneath it. And whether that's a relationship, whether it's somebody apologizes to you and says, yes, you were right, I was wrong, whether it's a business deal that you finally get sold, or a house that's, or a car that you're underwater with and you finally get rid of it and you're free, right? So you're just free and unencumbered this month. Nice. Okay, so let's talk about romantic relationships. For those of you that are in a coupled romantic relationship, let's see what's in store for you for November. So I feel like you're trying to get something from your partner, like having conversation, having dialogue, and they're just not budging. And whether it's just because they're not listening, or they just don't want to, or they don't have the time, but I just feel like it's not moving forward. The good news is everything cracks apart. That energy, that behavior, that point of view kind of falls apart, and there's new lease on life. Like that first week, like I want to say around the 7th or the 8th, things just start to lighten up and things just get better. And there's a return to normalcy and a feeling sense of like, oh, okay, all right, now I get it. But whatever that energy was, it's going off, and there's just more relaxed energy again, and a greater sense of you getting what you want and communication being restored. Now, for those of you that are single, let's see what's in store for you. There may be somebody that, that you're kind of happy with, but you're just not quite sure. So I feel a little bit of this uncertainty, and there's some kind of people around you. I'm not really bored, but I don't know that I'm really excited. So I just see this little bit of apprehension or uncertainty, which kind of makes sense because Venus right now is retrograde, and Venus is the planet that rules love and money and fun and adventure. And it's going to go direct November 16th, which means we get that support again. We kind of like get that oomph to be able to help us. And so we feel better about our relationships. So if it's somebody you care about, I would say don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Just kind of see what happens these next 6 weeks. And the reason I say 6 weeks is because Venus, as it goes direct that same day, right after Venus stations and moves forward, and then we get Mercury retrograde, starts to happen on the 16th and is retrograde to December 6th. And that's the planet of communication. It also rules electronics, luxury items, so you don't want to buy anything that's really expensive. You don't. We also don't see everything. So in communication, if you're dating somebody new, it's kind of like we're blindsided. There's not. I wouldn't say blindsided, but we're blind to something. And what happens is when it goes direct, shortly after that, 6th, 7th, and 8th, that's when we start to see the whole picture now. So if you have somebody that you're dating already, they're kind of like not quite feeling it, when Venus moves forward, you're going to start to feel better about it, but then there may be some other angles in that relationship that you don't know, that you're not knowing, that you're not seeing yet, right? So just kind of don't make a full decision until mid-December. Then you'll really know, yeah, I gave it my all in this. Or you'll be able to say, wow, I'm glad I, slowed it down because I learned ABC, So there's more information in December than there is in November. And it's not intentional. I'm not saying that this person is trying to conceal something from you or that they're bad. It's just we don't hear it. It could be that they were telling us all along that they were moving to Tokyo and you just didn't listen, or you didn't believe it, right? Or whatever. So it's those kind of things, right? It's like, oh, that was real. So you just want to be aware that that energy is happening. And it's also happening in all areas of your life in that second part of November. So what there is to do then is we slow down, we redo things that we already have in action, right? So if you're writing a manuscript, you go back through the manuscript. If you're you know, a home decorator, you're going back, you're looking at the things that you've done, you're rearranging, you're getting rid of things, you're not buying anything new. It's a great time to sell things. It's a great time to get rid of those expensive possessions, selling artwork, selling cars, things that maybe that you don't really need anymore. You can get a good money for that end of November, right? It's not a great time to sell something right now because you don't have that support. But November 16th on, you have the support, right? So much better to sell something then. Now, as far as career and money, let's see what's going on for you, Aries, for career and money. You're going to have a chance to call the shots this month, to be able to say what you want. You have important people's ear this month. So important people will take meetings with you. They want to know what you have to say. They're curious as to your position. They also see you as a connector, as an opportunity to bring other people in. So you're an influencer this month, so you're going to be able to have an opportunity to use that. And people are going to want to buy what you're selling. So that's really good in terms of career and money. Let's see anything else about money for you. So I see, an opportunity to kind of like push all your money and, in one direction. It might be a marketing move, or it could be an investment in something. I'm just being cautioned to like, don't, if somebody's asking you for, 25,000 or 250,000, hold it back a little bit. Like, give maybe 75, not all of it. Cause I feel this other 25, there's something else that's coming up, right? So don't invest all your money, or don't push all your money towards something. It feels like back off 25% because there's something else that's going to come up that you're not seeing, that you're going to want to invest in or put time in. So the good news is there's some good, smart investments showing up for you. But that you have the money to do it, right? So that's the good thing, that you have the money to do it. So money seems to be not a problem for you. It's flowing. You're being able to move it from here to there. Just don't put all your eggs in one basket is the advice here. Okay, so let's move into what's fun. Anything, well, before we go there, let's look at health, right? Let's see what's in store for you for health. I feel like you could be carrying some anxiety or nervous energy in the belly. Digestion might come up this month. It could be anything from just worry to overeating, overindulging, eating the wrong types of foods, eating, foods that you're not really used to. So if you're somebody who eats clean and now you're eating fried food, I just feel this little bit of like, oh, right? And it could also have to do with Thanksgiving, because we have Thanksgiving with the full moon in Gemini, which is a really fun, happy energy, this great full moon. And then we have Thanksgiving that we celebrate here in the US, which is usually, consists of a really big meal with friends and family. So it could be that indigestion has to do with Thanksgiving. So just go easy on yourself. Let's see if there's anything unexpected in the month for Aries. I do feel like there may be an unexpected encounter with somebody at the end of the month in a good way. It might be you're walking down the street and you run into an old friend that you haven't seen for a decade, right? Or it could be that somebody calls you and offers you a job that you knew a couple years ago, right? But I feel this unexpected energy coming in and choosing you, right? Or reconnecting with you. And initially it feels random, but it doesn't feel random at all. It feels like, that was one of those things that divine wanted me to have. So it feels really kind of divinely orchestrated and really great, wonderful surprise. And it feels like it's the end of the month, like the 27th, 28th, the 30th, around in there, reconnecting with old friends. And it has to do with money, fame, reputation, and it's at the end of the month. So I really like it a lot. Feels really good and really powerful. And I don't feel like there's anything that you need to do. It's just going to happen naturally. So enjoy, Aries. Very nice. Well, I hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving. And if you like my intuitive astrology, please click like, share it with your friends, comment below, and I look forward to seeing you again next month.